Imagine waking up tomorrow and spending the first 10 minutes of your day completely differently than you ever have before. Not scrolling through your phone, not hitting snooze, not letting distractions steal your energy before it even begins. 10 minutes, that's all it takes to radically shift the course of your day and ultimately your life. Most people underestimate the power of these first 10 minutes. They allow them to slip by in autopilot as if these moments have no real impact. But the truth is, the first 10 minutes of your day are like the opening line of a story. They set the tone. They define the energy. They shape the trajectory of everything that follows. When you wake up, your mind is a blank canvas, untouched by the noise, chaos, or stress that will inevitably come later. But most people immediately fill this space with distractions, social media, emails, messages, and obligations. What if instead you dedicated 10 minutes to something that aligns you with your goals, your vision, your purpose? 10 minutes can be the difference between a day that drifts away unnoticed and a day that propels you forward. These 10 minutes are a tiny investment with exponential returns. Consider this. What you do in the first moments after waking is not just a routine, it is a statement about who you are becoming. If your first thought is anxiety, frustration, or comparison, your day mirrors that probability. If your first action is scrolling, delaying, or doubting, your productivity, focus, and confidence begin with hesitation. But if your first thought, breath, or movement is intentional, deliberate, and focused, your energy starts with momentum. Momentum compounds. 10 minutes of intentional action can ripple through hours, shaping decisions, actions, and outcomes in ways most people will never realize. You may think 10 minutes is too small to matter, but small actions repeated consistently build unshakable habits. 10 minutes of reflection, gratitude, or visualization is more powerful than hours spent reacting to distractions. It's not about how long you spend, it's about how you spend it. It's about what you choose to prioritize before the world demands your attention. These minutes are the quiet space where your future self is built. Every decision, every thought, every breath you take here is an investment in the person you are becoming. Imagine starting your day with clarity. 10 minutes spent setting intentions, visualizing your goals, and centering your mind can act as a mental blueprint. Suddenly, decisions feel easier, challenges feel smaller, opportunities feel clearer. You are no longer reacting to circumstances, you are acting from purpose. These first 10 minutes create a ripple effect. Your focus, energy, and mindset begin to follow the pattern you established. It's a simple truth. How you start determines how you finish. Success rarely surprises you. It shows up for those who prepare in silence. Let's break down what these 10 minutes can be. You don't need a complex routine. You don't need hours of meditation or expensive tools. You only need intention and consistency. Some people start with deep breathing, connecting to their body and clearing mental clutter. Others spend this time journaling, writing down what they are grateful for, or outlining the 3 most important things they want to accomplish today. Some visualize success, imagining themselves achieving their goals, feeling the confidence and energy of that reality. These practices only take a few minutes, but set the tone for hours of peak performance. The real power lies in consistency. One day of intentional focus may feel insignificant, but a week, a month, a year, these 10 minutes compound into mastery. Small intentional actions are the secret of every high achiever, every leader, every person who seems to naturally have their life together. They are not born with extra time or extraordinary luck. They simply harness the power of their mornings, their first moments, and their energy. You can do the same. 10 minutes. Every morning, no excuses. Here's another truth. Starting your day right is as much about what you avoid as what you do. Avoid letting negativity seep in first. Avoid allowing other people's priorities to hijack your energy before you define it for yourself. Avoid the trap of distraction, the endless scroll, the noise that diminishes focus and clarity. The first 10 minutes are sacred. They belong to you. Treat them as a ritual of respect toward yourself and your goals. Protect them fiercely. Guard them against anything that dilutes your energy. Changing how you start your day is not about perfection. It's about awareness. It's about intention, awareness of how your energy flows, awareness of how your choices impact your momentum. 10 minutes of deliberate focus may feel awkward at first, especially if you spent years on autopilot. But awkwardness is temporary. The results, clarity, focus, motivation, and energy are lasting. Momentum is invisible at first, but once it accumulates, it becomes unstoppable. Think about the most successful people you admire. You may assume they are driven by talent, connections, or sheer luck, but often what separates them is the unseen hours, the habits that nobody notices, the intentional routines that shape their mindset before the world even starts. These 10 minutes, quiet, unnoticed, consistent, are often where their power begins. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They act, and in action, they create results. The first 10 minutes of your day are a choice between reaction and creation. Do you allow the world to dictate your energy, or do you dictate it yourself? You cannot control everything that happens during your day, but you can control how you start. And how you start is everything. 10 minutes is small enough to commit to, yet powerful enough to change the trajectory of your life. Every morning you get this opportunity again, a blank page to script your mindset, your energy, and your focus. So tomorrow, wake up and give yourself 10 minutes. 10 minutes to breathe. 10 minutes to visualize, 10 minutes to plan. 10 minutes to step into the person you are capable of becoming. These 10 minutes are not trivial, they are transformational. The people who achieve greatness, who conquer challenges, and who live intentionally understand this truth. Mastery of your mornings is mastery of your life. Start small, start now. 10 minutes is all it takes. The first 10 minutes of your day are a blank canvas. What you choose to do with them determines the colors, the shapes, and the energy of the rest of your day. Yet most people waste these moments without realizing their power. They hit snooze, scroll through social media, or rush out of bed with a foggy mind and heavy fatigue. And while the world seems to move at the same pace for everyone, the truth is, those who seize these first 10 minutes have a massive advantage. 10 minutes of intention compounds into hours of focus, into days of clarity, and eventually into years of achievement. So what should these 10 minutes look like? It doesn't need to be complicated, but it does need to be deliberate. The first element is breath and presence. Most people wake up and immediately allow their mind to run wild. Stress about the past, worry about the future, obligations, deadlines. You can neutralize this chaos by spending the first minute simply breathing. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and let your body wake up fully. Feel the energy in your chest, your back, your legs. Feel your body coming alive. These moments of presence are deceptively powerful. They center your mind and ground your energy. They remind you that you are not yet reacting to the world. You are still in control. Next is clarity through journaling or reflection. Take a minute or two to ask yourself a simple question. What is one thing I must accomplish today to feel proud? Or what is my intention for this day? Writing it down or even speaking it aloud forces your brain to focus on priorities rather than distractions. Gratitude can also be integrated here. Listing even 3 things you're grateful for primes your mind for abundance, positivity, and energy. You are telling your brain that your day is not just a series of random events, it is intentional. You are the driver, not the passenger. Visualization is another secret weapon in the first 10 minutes. Imagine the day unfolding exactly as you want. See yourself handling challenges with confidence, moving through tasks efficiently, and staying focused even when distractions arise. Feel the emotions as if you are already living this day successfully. Your mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and reality. When you visualize your success first thing in the morning, you create a mental blueprint. Your brain begins working subconsciously to make it happen, aligning decisions, actions, and energy with the picture you've created. Movement is equally critical. What is even a few minutes of stretching, jumping, or walking can dramatically increase your energy levels. Your body releases endorphins, your heart rate rises, and your mind becomes sharper. Physical activation signals to your brain that you are awake, alert, and ready for action. Even if it's only a minute or two, movement is a declaration that you are taking charge of your day, not allowing lethargy or external circumstances to dictate your energy. Another vital component of these 10 minutes is mental programming. Speak to yourself intentionally. Say, I will focus today. I will act decisively. I will not be distracted by trivial matters. I am in control. These affirmations are not about pretending everything is perfect. They are about training your mind to respond to stress, distractions, and pressure with calm, clarity, and determination. Repetition builds neural pathways. Every morning, you reinforce a mindset of discipline, focus, and purpose. Over time, this becomes your default mode. Now, consider the alternative. Imagine starting your day with mindless scrolling. Well, within 10 minutes, your energy is hijacked by other people's priorities, negativity, and comparison. You feel rushed, distracted, and reactive. Your focus is fragmented before it even begins. Compare that to 10 minutes of intentional energy, calm, clarity, and alignment. The difference compounds hour by hour, day by day, week by week. This is why high achievers are rarely lucky. They structure their mornings to dominate their days. It's also essential to protect these 10 minutes fiercely. The world will try to steal them. Notifications, messages, family distractions, responsibilities, they all demand attention the moment you wake up. But if you guard your first 10 minutes, you are investing in every decision, every action, every interaction that follows. Think of it as the first domino. When it falls correctly, the rest follow in sequence. When it falls in chaos, nothing aligns. 10 minutes of discipline can save hours of wasted energy later. Finally, reflect on your mindset during this time. Ask yourself, am I approaching this day with a victim mindset or a creator mindset? A victim mindset focuses on what is missing, what went wrong yesterday, or what could go wrong today. A creator mindset focuses on possibilities, actions, solutions, and growth. These 10 minutes are your opportunity to choose the lens through which you will view your entire day. One small shift in perspective can transform challenges into opportunities, stress into focus, and hesitation into action. 10 minutes is also a commitment to yourself. It is a signal that you respect your goals, your time, and your potential. It is a declaration that your life is not a reaction to circumstance. It is a series of deliberate actions, starting with the very first moments of your day. And while 10 minutes may feel insignificant at first, the truth is, it compounds faster than almost any other habit. A week of intentional mornings feels different. A month feels transformative. A year creates unstoppable momentum. So, design your 10 minutes intentionally. Guard them. Own them. Use them to breathe, reflect, visualize, move, and program your mind. These 10 minutes are the seed. The rest of your day is the harvest. And when repeated consistently, they do not just create good days, they create extraordinary lives. Even when you know the power of the first 10 minutes, starting consistently can be surprisingly difficult. Resistance shows up in subtle ways. The urge to stay in bed, the temptation to scroll your phone, the voice in your head saying just 5 more minutes. Resistance is natural. It is your brain clinging to comfort, trying to protect you from discomfort, effort, or change. But the difference between those who succeed and those who drift through life is how they respond to that resistance. The first step is awareness. Recognize the subtle ways your mind and body try to avoid action. Notice the excuses you create, the justifications you invent. I'll start tomorrow. I'm too tired. I need coffee first. These statements feel harmless, but they are the chains that keep you trapped in mediocrity. The moment you notice them, you break their power. You realize that comfort is temporary, but the payoff of discipline lasts. Awareness transforms resistance from an invisible obstacle into a conscious choice. Next is preparation. One of the best ways to overcome resistance is to remove friction. Place your journal or notebook where you can see it as soon as you wake. Keep your water bottle within reach. Lay out your workout or stretching space the night before. Prepare your environment so the first step is effortless. When the path is clear, the mind has fewer excuses. The brain craves ease, and by making the first action obvious, you tilt the odds in your favor. Another powerful strategy is momentum sequencing. Start with a micro-action that is easy to do, even if it feels trivial. Take one deep breath, write one line, stretch for 30 seconds. That single, simple action creates momentum. Momentum is a force multiplier. Once your mind and body begin moving, it becomes easier to extend the 10 minutes into deeper focus. Motivation is unreliable, but momentum is tangible and contagious. Each small action builds energy for the next, turning resistance into flow. Consistency is the ultimate game changer. 10 minutes today matters, but 10 minutes repeated every day compounds exponentially. Habits are the invisible architecture of your life. If you build the habit of intentional mornings, it automates success. You no longer rely on motivation or willpower. The habit takes over. Skipping a morning becomes uncomfortable because it violates your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who starts every day intentionally, without exception. Identity reinforces action, and action reinforces identity. Handling distractions is another critical skill. Even the quietest 10 minutes can be invaded by notifications, the urge to check messages, or external noise. A key principle is to create a sacred space. Put your phone on silent or in another room. Inform those around you that these first 10 minutes are uninterrupted. Protect your energy. Distractions are not just minor annoyances. They are the silent killers of momentum and focus. A morning protected from distraction is a morning that builds resilience and control over your entire day. Resistance is also emotional. You may feel tired, unmotivated, or uninspired. You may question whether 10 minutes really matters. This is where mindset training comes in. Understand that emotion is unreliable. Motivation fluctuates. Confidence comes and goes, but discipline and commitment are constant. You act despite fear, doubt, or lethargy. You commit to the process, not the feeling. And with each day you honor your commitment, resistance loses power. It becomes a familiar challenge, not a stopping point. Reward yourself mentally for showing up. Recognize that taking these 10 minutes is a small victory that sets the tone for everything that follows. Celebrate the act of consistency itself, not the immediate results. Habits and results compound slowly. By acknowledging small wins, you create positive reinforcement that strengthens the habit. Your brain begins to crave the feeling of accomplishment that comes from starting your day intentionally. Over time, these 10 minutes become a non-negotiable ritual. They are no longer optional. They are part of who you are. The first 10 minutes train your brain to prioritize focus, clarity, and intentional action before the world can demand anything from you. Your day is no longer reactive. You set the tone, you define the energy. You determine the trajectory. Resistance becomes irrelevant because the habit is ingrained, automatic, and identity-driven. Finally, remember that discipline is a muscle. It grows stronger with repeated effort, especially when tested. The days you feel like skipping are the days that matter most. Overcoming resistance when it is strongest creates momentum that carries through your week, your month, and your year. Consistency compounds. Momentum grows. 10 minutes, once underestimated, becomes the cornerstone of extraordinary productivity, focus, and personal growth. These first 10 minutes are a microcosm of life. The way you show up when nobody is watching, when distractions pull, and when resistance whispers defines not just your day, but your potential. By mastering these 10 minutes, you master the ability to act with intention, courage, and consistency, qualities that shape extraordinary lives. If you're serious about taking action in your life, stop waiting and start now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because here on this channel, we bring you daily motivation, life-changing insights, and the push you need to stop procrastinating and start achieving. Don't just watch, take action, and let's rise together.